Yo, what's up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about Hi-Fi Rush. Now, you may have heard a bit about this game as of late, even though it's been out for a little while now, because it is one of those Xbox games that's coming to PlayStation out of nowhere. I guess they announced it about a month ago now, so it's not completely out of nowhere. But a lot of people thought that Xbox exclusives would never come to PlayStation, but it's finally starting to happen. You know, it's not their best games coming, but this is one of the better games that's going to be one of the first games coming to PlayStation from Xbox in 2024. So if you've never heard of Hi-Fi Rush, let me tell you a little bit about it real quick. Hi-Fi Rush is an electrifying, rhythmic-based action-adventure game. It's developed by Game Club, and it has very colorful visuals, pulsating music, fast-paced gameplay, and overall, Hi-Fi Rush offers just an adrenaline-fueled experience that challenges players' reflexes and coordination. A lot of these rhythmic-based action games are starting to come up. Games like Metal Hellsinger, and then of course this Hi-Fi Rush, and I'm sure there's others. But I grew up with rhythmic games being like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, DJ Hero, Def Jam, Rap Star, even. Games where there's just the music and there's no like enemies and stuff you have to worry about on top of that. So I love those types of rhythmic games. Another one's Pianista. Check that one out if you've never played it. I haven't really been able to get into the action games that are rhythmic based because it's just too much going on at once. Like, I'm not used to playing these types of games while having to fight people. It's just hard to get used to. Now, it's a really cool idea, and some of the games do it really well. But I was hoping that Hi-Fi Rush would be like the game that like gets me really liking these rhythmic action games. And I guess we'll find out throughout the rest of this post. But it was released in 2023, and the game transports players into like a vibrant neon world where they must navigate through obstacles and enemies while synchronizing their movements and attacks to the beat of the music. The soundtrack in this game is great. I mean, I haven't played that much of it yet, but enough to know that like there's not bad songs so far, and a lot of these artists are going to be people that you may have heard of. You can check the soundtrack list yourself, and I'm sure like on Spotify, for instance, there's a playlist with all the songs if you want to listen to it in your free time. But at the heart of Hi-Fi Rush is its intuitive gameplay mechanics, which blend elements of classic rhythm games with classic platforming action. So two classic genres blending together into one. Now this game is a third-person game. It's like a third-person 3D game, but there are 2D sections. It's weird, like side-scrolling, maybe 2.5D, whatever you'd call it. And those worked really well too. I don't know just how much of the game is in that perspective, but I did play a portion of it. I don't think I got gameplay footage of it though, but there is a few sections like that where it's just platforming 2.5D. So players control a character and they will be able to dash, jump, slide through dynamically generated levels filled with traps, enemies, and collectibles. Like I said about the soundtrack, it's really good, but it features a selection of electronic, dance music, and some rock. At least that's what I've heard so far. And it's crafted to complement the on-screen action and provide an immersive audiovisual experience. So with the attacks, it's weird. Like, yes, you have to attack to the beat of the music for the best results, but you can just button mash and still beat portions of this game. I don't know if you'll be able to beat all of it. Like, there might be some bosses and stuff where you have to attack on beat, but the game's very forgiving, and that's what makes it hard for me to know if I'm actually doing good or not, because it doesn't do enough to tell me that I'm hitting it on beat. Like, it's hard to figure out when you're on beat, and if you're on beat, how to get back on beat. Now, it'll show you on-screen cues and stuff, so I won't say it's terrible like or anything like that, but like, I just found it hard to get used to personally. I didn't love the combat, although this is probably one of the best rhythm action games that I have played. It still was just a bit difficult for me to get fully invested in. So one of the other standout features of Hi-Fi Rush is its emphasis on player creativity and customization. In addition to completing levels and mastering challenges, players can unlock and customize their characters with a variety of cosmetic options, allowing them to express their individual style and personality. With its addictive gameplay, vibrant visuals, and customizable features, Hi-Fi Rush offers a thrilling and engaging experience for players of all skill levels, making it a standout title in the rhythm action genre. This game has a recipe to spoil me: rhythm gameplay, electronic music, colorful environments, customization. The gameplay is very, just well crafted, and there's no bugs or anything. To say that I was hyped to play this was a vast understatement. And it's especially even better that it's coming to PlayStation, but now that I have an Xbox, I can just play this on Game Pass, and I don't have to pay the full price for the PlayStation version. So there was a low barrier to entry. So if something happened I didn't love this game, it wouldn't be a big deal, because I have the Game Pass membership. There's dozens of other good games on there. Now, personally, if I would recommend this or not, it's a pretty easy yes if you have Game Pass, and a maybe depending on if you're into this type of game and you're playing it on PlayStation. On Game Pass, of course, you can just test it out yourself and see if you like how it feels. I don't know how it's really games to compare the combat to. I guess maybe say Devil May Cry, because it does have a combo meter and it does give you grade rankings after each mission. So that part, yeah, definitely feels like Devil May Cry. The visuals, it's definitely its own thing. It's very, very colorful, and it's got this nice art style. It's fun to look at. So the game looks good. It's relatively challenging. I wouldn't say it's the hardest game ever, but it's also not the easiest. I'm sure you could toggle the difficulty if you want it to be easier. Me personally, this boss mode, for instance, some of the sequences were just hard to understand what to do the most damage. Like, there'll be these sequences where like a button press will come up on the screen, and I wasn't exactly sure what to do, so there's a lot of trial and error just figuring it out. But the fight itself was easy to figure out. I think the main issue is it's just hard for me to stay on rhythm, and it's not that I'm not a musically talented person. Like, I'm amazing at games like Guitar Hero and Pianista. I'm really, really good at those. I'm like expert level at those games, but somehow this game, Metal Hellsinger, another rhythm action game, like, I just am not fantastic at. And I think it's just because the games are so new to me that it's just, I don't know, it's hard to get used to. But that's really all I have to say about Hi-Fi Rush. It's a good game, and if you're into this type of game, you should definitely check it out, especially if you have Game Pass. Look for it coming out on PlayStation soon. Comment your thoughts below on Hi-Fi Rush, and if you have a chance, just like the video for me real quick. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because I come out with videos like this all the time. And I appreciate you watching this, and I'll catch you in another one soon. Peace out.